Hello, hello. I'm so happy to be with you guys today. If you are here and seeing this, let me know that you can hear me. Let's see here. Oh, there we are over here. I'm just going to tag everybody real quick. Hello, hello. All right. So I am actually streaming in a few different places. I had decided that I would open up a Q&A every single month to the Learn Tarot and Magic group. And today I'm streaming it on YouTube as well. How are you guys doing today? Okay, I found it over here too. Hi, Anne. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Vanessa. How's everybody doing today? I'm so happy to see everybody. Hello, hello. All right, so we're going to just jump right into it. So, if anybody here with us live has any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. I have a really fun announcement um, today, and that is that I have just published two books on Amazon, which is really exciting. We've actually been working on this for months and months and months. And as cool as it was, it also took like a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of trying to get to know Amazon's platform for publishing. Hi, Renee. I'm doing so good. Thanks, Vanessa. So anyway, the actual version doesn't have this. This is what they send me when it's a proof, but this was the last proof before I went ahead and got them printed. This is what it looked like. So the tarot journal is all about really connecting in with your cards. And so the system that I teach for learning tarot is to assign a keyword to each and every one of your cards. And then the tarot reflections journal is all about getting really personal with that keyword, really understanding how each of those keywords is something that you can relate to your life and your experiences. You can also, within the Tarot Reflections Journal, ask yourself, like, what advice would I have given this version of me that was in this situation or this energy? And so it's a really great way to get more up close and personal with your cards and your keywords. And also, we've got the coloring book, the Major Arcana coloring book. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you while we're waiting for some questions to pop in. You can get those now on Amazon, and I'm so excited because we had the first person post in the group, the High Priestess Tarot School group, that they got theirs in delivered today. And so that was such a really cool moment and such a really great milestone. And so I'm so excited to share that with you guys. Welcome, welcome, guys. Thanks, Anne. Thanks for the heart. All right. So go ahead and drop any questions that you have. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the questions that were asked in the group. And so let's go ahead and get started with that. First, I'm just going to real quick figure out the link to the video so that I can put it in my responses. So anytime you ask a question in the Q&A, I always link you to the video and I let you know the time spot that I'm answering your question in so that it's really easy to watch it back if you're watching the replay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Waiting for yours to come tomorrow. Amazing, Vanessa. I'm so excited. Let me know how they look. I'm really excited to see if you guys love it. All right. So, our first question is, okay, I asked the question, what obstacles do I need to overcome in order to achieve my life's purpose? That's a great question to ask for tarot. Let me go ahead and tag this right here. We're at 5 minutes. Okay, I pulled the Queen of Pentacles. I'm a little confused. Any help would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Great question. Oh, Anne. Hi. This is your question, Anne. And so the question was, um, what obstacles do I need to overcome in order to achieve my life's purpose? And then you pull the Queen of Pentacles. So when I think of the Queen of Pentacle as an obstacle, I might think of something that's having me feel scarcity, having me feel um, not abundant, anything that maybe is having me feel less grounded. So the Queen of Pentacles is this comfort card. She's so comfortable. She's surrounded by lush gardens, usually. She's grounded and comfortable, and she has everything that she needs. And so for me, I would definitely think of the reversal or the obstacle there of like, what's got you not feeling in that place of the Queen of Pentacles? What obstacles are getting in the way of you feeling abundant and comfortable and grounded. So this could be like maybe some scattered thinking or having a difficulty focusing. This could be, like I said, kind of this sort of scarcity and things like that. And so, I would say the obstacle to achieving your life's purpose is to feel abundant and be grounded. Also, maybe making decisions from a grounded place when it comes to your purpose. Sometimes we might feel like we're rushing and, trying to throw spaghetti at the wall. Do you have the resources that you need to start fulfilling that life's purpose? What resources do you need? So, definitely resources come up when I think about pentacles as well. Hi, Maria. Hello, hello, everybody. And so let me know, and if that resonates with the question that you asked for your first homework assignment. Also, welcome. It sounds like you just started your training, which is really exciting. Hello, welcome. Feel free to let me know where you're tuning in from. Are you tuning in from the High Priestess Tarot School Facebook group, the Learn Tarot and Magic Facebook group, or the YouTube? I'd love to hear. All right. Vanessa, you're next. Hello. Okay, Vanessa says, I have a pre-recorded video readings for my clients to choose. What is the best way to upload and share videos of these longer form? So there's a couple ways that I think of when it comes to sharing videos like that. So if I understand your question correctly, Vanessa, you're saying that one of the options that you have for your clients is to do a reading for them over video and then send them the video. If that's the case, I would probably 100% put it on YouTube. So with every Gmail account, you get a YouTube account. So you might want to take your business account and jump into the YouTube for that. Maybe create a banner for it, create an about me section. You don't have to do a lot there in order to especially just share readings and replays if you don't want to use it publicly. So when you're uploading a video onto YouTube, you can choose the option unlisted. The option unlisted makes your video live and active with a link, but only people with the link can access it. You can also consider, like, are you going to make this available for them for a week, a month, forever? And so making sure that you're really clear on that, like how long you're going to keep it available for them. The reason I like YouTube so much is it's not taking up my own personal space. So another really good way to do it would be to upload it onto your Google Drive and then share that link. But what that's going to do, videos take up quite a lot of space on your drive. So you'll have to continue up leveling your storage on Gmail if you do that. So those are the two options that I can think of. Let me know, Vanessa, if that answered your question and if what I assumed was right and that you're delivering your videos via pre-recorded video. Hi, Ashley. Welcome, guys. You're from Pittsburgh. You're from New Jersey. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, yeah, YouTube is really nice for that. All of the videos in the High Priestess Tarot School, the Tarot Practice Academy, Magic and Intuition Mastery are all hosted on YouTube, even though you have to be a member to be able to access them. So, finally got a minute, yay! By the way, if you're in the Facebook groups, you can actually click the link above this video. You can share your permissions, and then I'll be able to see who you are. From California. Amazing. Are you guys seeing and hearing me okay? There's some other places too, Vanessa, like Vimeo and some other sites like that. I haven't really played with them much. YouTube has worked really great for me. And then so, Google Drive might work really well too if you have, like, an agreement that the video will be active and up for 7 days or something like that, because then you can be deleting the videos and they're not taking up so much space on your, drive. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Ashley. Any questions from anybody who's here with me live? I'll definitely get to your guys' questions first. Oh, Vanessa says, "Do they have the link or just that video, or is it all of the videos I upload?" So, basically, I'm gonna show you real quick. When you upload a video that is unlisted, you have the ability to grab the link and share it with whoever you want. So, for example, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so here is my YouTube, and then I can actually go to my videos. And even though there's no new videos on my YouTube for a while, because I don't post public videos very much, you'll find tons of videos kind of in the back here. So you see all of these that say unlisted, 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 unlisted. This means when somebody goes to my YouTube, they can't see this video. It's kind of hidden in the back, and then I can choose who to share it with. So then, for example, this is a Q&A that I did last week that I uploaded to get some clips off of. All I have to do is come here, um, to get shareable link, and then I can share that with whomever I want to be able to view this video. So in the case of your client, you would upload your client's reading, and you would grab this, link, and you and your client would be the only person who would be able to see it. Oh, you're from Australia. Welcome in, 5:12 in the morning. Thanks for being here, Angela. Yes, I did, Maida. I'll be getting to it really soon. Okay. Renee says, "I have a question about combination card readings. Do you read the in mind?" Oh, okay, right here. "Do you read them together even though the questions around don't match?" So I think, Renee, I don't quite understand what you're asking. So you have a combination of cards that you've put down on your table. And are you saying that they didn't match the spread questions? What are they not matching? It is totally private. Now your client could always share it with somebody, and that's always something that I've found concerning, especially about love readings when it comes um, to sharing a video with a client, instead of just kind of doing it live and having it just be between myself and my client. Like, I would sometimes I get nervous, especially when I'm talking about relationship dynamics and I'm reading the cards as they come. I'm always worried that they're going to share the reading with their partner, and somebody might be violent with me, even when it comes to like speaking or something like that. So um, just know that no matter how you host it, if you're going to share it like that, they're going to be able to share it with others. Hi, Kiki. When you read 2 cards together to combine them, do you combine them if they're in the spread next to each other, but the spread questions doesn't match? So you're kind of talking about there being 2 very distinct spread questions, and they're not matching. So I really default to the spread questions, and I think of them as maybe more independent. However, one of the things about doing readings that I try to hold very, very close is that everything is contextualized in one topic. So, for example, if I pull a spread of 6 cards, I'm not gonna go from work to love life to whatever, unless maybe I'm talking about, like, how this sort of thing is reflected in multiple areas of life, then I might, but I really try to be succinct within the message and the context of, reading. So, that doesn't mean, like, I did a bunch of readings over the weekend when I was at an event, and I would drop 6 cards, and I would read those cards, and then I might pick them up and drop 6 more. Those could be about something completely different at that point. So, when I'm reading, I want to make sure to have a cohesive message that really matches one specific topic, if that makes sense. And I'd love to give you more detailed explanation, like, if you can sort of demonstrate exactly what you're talking about, like, I pulled this card in this spot and this card. So feel free to send that to me if you do still have that information, Renee. Also, don't forget that you have the feedback forms, in Tarot Practice Academy. So all you have to do is send that tarot reflection form and ask for feedback, put your specific question in there with the specific spread, with the cards that you drew, with your interpretation, and that's gonna help me really understand the dynamics that were going on within your reading so that I can give you really detailed feedback on that. You're so welcome, Vanessa. Hi, Susie. How's it going? Hey. You're welcome, Renee. I'm definitely making changes in my life's journey towards what I feel is a calling. Yeah. Although feeling around the spaghetti bowl is a little challenging at the same time as uplifting. Oh, you're so welcome. We actually have a question that's really specific on life's purpose. And so you might want to hang out for when I answer that question today as well. And maybe you're really clear on your life's purpose, so maybe it's not relevant. Okay, so let's go to the questions in the Q&A post. Oh, we did those ones. Okay, there was an announcement. I had several questions added to the announcement, so let me look for that real quick. Let me know if you guys have any questions, guys. There it is. I found it. Okay, so Lori. Okay, I love this question, Lori. Let me put the time, 18 minutes. Okay. Oh, that's a YouTube video. That's the wrong video link. Oops. Let me let me get the right link again, and then I'll navigate back to that. There we go. Okay, Lori. Lori says, "Are there any negatives to sharing space with a medium?" I really love this question so much. I mean, not at the same time. So she's not in the same space with the medium at the same time, but they both use the same room that she reads in-person readings, and a medium uses that same room as well. Anything more than basic cleansing, clearing, I should worry about. I don't feel any bad vibes or negativity in the space. It's in a building that's 130 years old and known for activity, but not in our office suite. Just wanted to share some thoughts on the matter. Yeah, I love this question so much. And the first thing I always think about, first off, I love that you're already thinking about like clearing and cleansing. And I think that that is definitely enough. Like, so the quick answer would be yes, I think that that's perfectly fine. I think that that's perfectly enough. But also just wanting to add, like, anytime I feel myself, like, starting to move towards suspicion, like, what suspicion isn't the right word, superstition. Anytimes I feel like I am moving towards super that word. Superstition. I always take a little bit of a pause, and I remember that I have full power over myself, my power, the energy I take in, the energy I read. That is all fully within my control and my power. And I think sometimes when we fall into superstition, we're thinking that other energies have power over us, and we're no longer thinking about our own energetic autonomy. I hope that just made sense. And so the one thing that I always do is like, is this idea or superstition coming from a place of fear? Is it coming from a place of love? So am I worried that something's going to be interfering with my readings? Or am I just like wanting to create this loving, beautiful space and trusting that when you feel those sort of really good, loving vibes and energy within a room, then that's what's there. So trusting that the vibes that you're feeling are what's there, trusting your own autonomy to control the energies that you're, attracted to and connecting with. And if you feel like you're maybe not so good at that, if it sounds to me like Lori very much is, but kind of talking to the collective here, if you feel like you have any difficulty with recognizing that and really connecting in with that energy and putting boundaries on that energy too, I discuss this in much greater detail in the Enlightened Priestess Path. So day one specifically is all about trusting, energetic trusting, really tapping into some energetic exercises and things like that. So feel free to jump into here and go through the whole Enlightened Priestess path. It's all about working with energy. It's all about intuition, trusting your intuition, things like that. You can see we've got some grounding, some centering, some energy sensing. This energetic empowerment toolkit is really specifically helping you with the things that I'm sort of talking about when it comes to trusting in the energy that you're connecting with and trusting that you have autonomy over that. Um, so I just wanted to kind of mention that, when it comes to this question. And then also, Lori, I think it might be really beneficial for you to have a conversation with the medium and talk to her about her thoughts on that and sort of some of the energies that come through for I say her, for them. So talk to the medium and ask them what their thoughts are and what they do to cleanse the space. And having that conversation could give you more insight into their practices and some of that as well, which I think could be awesome to connect about and to understand. Um, that makes total sense, and I absolutely agree. Yes. I always cringe a little bit when people talk about, "You can't do this, you can't do that, don't do this, don't do that," when it comes to magic and power and energy, because to me, it feels like we're placing something else is more powerful than we are, and we have to realize that we are the magic. The tarot cards are not the magic, you are the magic, right? You're the magic. Alright. I love this question, Lori. Yes, awesome. Thanks, guys. You're so welcome. Okay. I don't know if Lori is here with us. I think Lori, I can see you if you're here with us. If you are here with us, Lori, let me know if that made sense. And if you have any further questions on that. I do have a question. A friend of mine gave me two decks and her fiance brought home. He was working at a house and found them. They had some negative energy and tried to cleanse them, but there is still some lingering energy. I definitely don't connect with them now. I'm not sure what to do with them. If you've tried cleansing, maybe try cleansing again. One of the things that I like to do is like this kind of comes from Rebecca Campbell and her Work Your Light deck, which was my first deck that I ever bought. She has this opening sequence where, like, you imagine your heart opening up like a rose or a flower, and you hold the deck, at your heart space, and you infuse good positive energy into it. You might put it outside under a full moon. If you can't get it to feel different in energy, I would just throw it out, personally. I would rather go and buy that deck with good feeling energy than to worry about it being in my space if it didn't feel good. How often do you cleanse your decks? I use, selenite and frankincense, before I use the cards, but I also get all of my decks and oracle decks out once a month and give them a heavy cleanse regardless. So, I don't cleanse my decks very much, to be honest. I cleanse my space, so especially if I'm feeling, like, really heavy vibes or I'm feeling like, if I have, like, back-to-back readings, which doesn't usually happen. I do readings in the Magic and Intuition Mastery membership once a month, and so sometimes, it'll feel a little bit heavy, and I'll do a little spritz of some, room spray. Um, every now and then, if I feel like I do wanna cleanse my deck, I just do the simple tap, just like that, and, that feels good. I think whatever you feel really comfortable with, kind of like I was talking about the sort of energetic autonomy is like, for me, it's all about knowing that this is my energy, I'm connecting with these. I release any energy from a reading when I'm finished with it, and so my cards are automatically clean, right? Like, that's just how I feel about it, and that's how they feel for me. And so, if you feel like yours aren't, then just sort of asking yourself, like, what's the best way intuitively for you to cleanse them? What works well for you? What feels good for you? Um, and like I like to think of magic as 3 steps. Intention, action, belief. That's it. Any magic that you want, intention, action, belief. In the Tarot Practice Academy, we're working with a lot of rituals, especially elemental-based rituals, and, it's all about setting an intention before your ritual, doing something and believing that it's going to do whatever magic you're wanting it to do. So if that means I wanna feel better, I wanna feel more joyful, so setting that intention, I wanna feel more joy in my day, going and drinking a tea and deciding that this tea is infused with joy, and then just believing. So it's really that simple. It's the same when it comes with cleansing cards, it's the same with anything. There are no rules. You get to make your rules, and I want you guys to feel very autonomous when it comes to your energy and working with your energy. I don't There's so many people who've there's even spammers. There's a lot of fake me's on TikTok specifically, and they're actually messaging people who, follow me, and they say, "I feel a curse on you. You need to pay me money so that I can release this curse." Right? Like, that's thinking that somebody's put a curse on me, to me, feels like not having energetic, autonomy. And so I release anything like that. Like, I get to choose what curses stick to me, and I get to choose what goes away, right? Like, there's untouchable. I feel untouchable, and that's my intention always. I hope that makes sense. Oh, is this Lori? Whoever this is, you're working, yes, the replay will be available in the Learn Tarot Magic group. It'll be available in the High Priestess Tarot School group and on the YouTube. So, yes, you can always come back and watch the replay. You're welcome, Ashley. Hi. Hello. How are you, soul? Do you feel that baby spirits would prefer traditional tarot to communicate, or oracle decks? I know that's a random one. I just want your opinion. I think that if you are you talking about you're doing mediumship work and you're connecting with spirits? I think it doesn't matter. I don't think you even need a deck. I think that you can communicate in any way that you want, and that I personally prefer tarot decks, because I feel like there's a lot more answers to be gleaned from a 78 card deck that includes just so much of life's experiences. So I definitely prefer um, tarot. I actually use a combination of both in my own practices, not only for myself, but, for readings for others as well. Let me know if that answered your question. Hi, Julie. I love that you believe in autonomy of everyone's own practice. Yes. Yeah, yeah. I always cringe a little bit when I feel like people are, letting others take over their energetic autonomy. It's part of the boundary work, I think. I spent a good 6 months really working on boundaries just in all areas of my life, and energetic boundaries are definitely one of those. And knowing that you have autonomy over your energy is, just as important as knowing that you have autonomy over your time and, body. Okay. Next up is Maida. How do you read oracles properly? Is that your question, Maida? How do you read oracle cards? Mm. Yes, Susie. I'm doing so good, Sage. How are you? Thank you so much. Oh, from TikTok. Yeah, I definitely remember you. Welcome, welcome. I'll be doing a live Q&A on YouTube probably for the foreseeable future once a month. I actually do the live Q&As in the High Priestess Tarot School once a week, but I'm really happy to have you guys here today. Oh, Spirit Baby. Spirit Baby. Um, Baby Spirit, Spirit Baby. Um, So when I'm doing a reading for someone, I don't do mediumship work. I do tarot readings in my business. I do connect with my own past family members, but when it comes to miscarriages or baby loss, I would do a couple of things. Like I would do like a one card oracle card pull, and I do have a blog post about this on my blog. It's reading for past loved ones. I invite you to go check that out. If you let me know where you're tuning in, I can probably drop you the link. But what I really like to do is pull one card, probably from my angel guide deck. I now have like a couple more really gentle decks as well. So I like to pull one card from a really gentle oracle deck as a message from the baby spirit or the spirit baby. But mostly I like to lead them on a meditation. So I'd rather lead them on a meditation to connect with their spirit baby so that they can get whatever answers they need. They can channel them themselves through meditation. I prefer that so much more. And I feel like it's much more powerful for them as well to connect in with their own spirit baby because it's really special. It's really emotional. So when you do that, you want to be able to hold very deep emotional space for people. So make sure your energy is really, really nice and clean going into a session like that. Um, and all you have to do is hold space for them to make that connection. A lot of times, too, I might use tarot or oracle for questions such as, "What's the best way for you to move through the pain or the hurt?" Always thinking about, as somebody who's had 4 miscarriages and 2 ectopic pregnancies, it's really important to take a bit of a pause. Make sure you're not invalidating. It's things like, "Oh, don't worry, you'll have another baby soon," or things like that really invalidate the loss. So when you're working with people who have lost loved ones, it's really important to understand grief in a way that's very, validating for the person that you're reading for. So, if you have had a loss, that's gonna be a lot easier for you to connect in with that. Possibly even, reading about people's experiences with the things that they say. I used to have this, really cool, um, uh, "Don't say this, say this instead." I created it when I was a miscarriage support coach. It was like a little PDF about, like, what to say and what not to say to people who have experienced loss. So do a little bit of research around that if you're gonna be working with people in this way. A mediumship, course would probably cover a lot of those areas as well because you are literally, connecting with and giving messages from past people, and that could probably bring up a lot of the same emotions and things like that. Um, change the rainbow hair. It's orange right now. We'll see what it is in the next few weeks. Ah, okay, so a potential baby that's in the person's aura. Yeah, I think that that's fine. I think that, it's pretty much like mediumship, right? You're definitely connecting with, somebody in the spirit realm, and so just being really cognizant that that could be a past baby, or it could be a future baby, and, it could be really emotional. So just be ready for that, be ready to hold space for that, and know how to talk to somebody who's gone through grief, whether it's, grief from a loss or even grief from, um, trying to conceive and having difficulties conceiving. Let me know if you have any other questions on that. Okay, Maida, let's answer you now. So Maida asked how to read oracle cards. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my desk. So Maida, it's kind of the way you read oracle cards is the same as the way that you read tarot cards. They're all just energy, right? So a tarot card is energy, an oracle card is energy. I choose oracle cards that have really nice keywords on them, key phrases on them. So in this case, I just pulled the first quarter moon in Taurus, release control. So I personally like to read oracle cards with tarot, and I like to pull just one card at the beginning, and I like to think of this as like the overarching theme of the reading. However, that's my intuitive practice. It doesn't have to be yours. So experiment with them and see what really works for you, Maida. So for example, if somebody has said, I want to do a relationship reading, and then I grab this and it says release control, I might be like, where are you trying to force things that you don't have control over? What are you trying to, maybe force someone else to do or to believe or something like that? And so I might think, like with this card here, I would be like, where do you need to let go of control? Where are you trying to control things that you don't have control of? Where do you need to let go of that control? And then I might say, like right now you're really concentrating on mastering some sort of skill. This could be like even the person that they're trying to control is mastering some sort of skill, being impulsive. Maybe they are trying to keep this person from making bad decisions, reckless choices, reckless actions. And then I might say, you're being reminded that we are all on a path and all of our choices lead to consequences. So almost like a sort of natural consequences sort of thing, like we're all our own separate people and we need to make choices based off of what's best for us. And, I know that you're really worried about um, what may happen to this person that you might be trying to control. But they will have consequences. They're on their own path. It's time to let them be them, right? So I kind of read them with the tarot cards in a way that feels cohesive. Like I was talking about earlier, I think it's really important to have a cohesive theme, and a lot of times that oracle card can create that cohesive theme for me. I hope that makes sense. So that's how I read them. But you can read them however you want. You can use the pictures within your cards to create energetic messages for you. You can. I personally really like things with keywords and key phrases on them. Um, but you can just use the graphics. You can um, create your own associations with your oracle cards and use them intuitively as well. Let me know if you have any other questions on that, Maida. Maggie, what is your recommendation for an oracle deck that has really good keywords for interpretation on the card? Oops, I forgot to link you with the video and stuff. I think that was probably like 35 minutes, right, Maida? Okay, what is your recommendation for an oracle deck that has really good keywords for interpretation on the card? I have lots of decks, but they're hard to interpret. So if you're thinking about like a really nice, well-rounded deck, I think Colette Baron Reed has a lot of really good choices. Things like the Wisdom of the Oracle really works well for me. Um, I also like affirmation cards. I think that those are really nice too. So here's what I do. When it comes to decks that I want to be able to read really well, Maggie, I actually take so a really good example of this, and it does take a little bit of time, but I have this crystal deck right here. It's called the Crystal Spirits, and I wanted to do one card readings on my TikTok with these. And I don't know much about crystals. So you can see on these cards, all it is it's just the name of the crystal. And so basically, I took this whole deck, which by the way is pretty big. It's a pretty big deck. I took the whole deck and I just looked up each and every one, and then I boiled down the message into a couple of keywords and I wrote them directly on the card. So this one, Petalite, is observing and detachment. So in my readings, it's just like when I read tarot with my keywords, having these keywords to sort of jump off of. So you can do this with decks that you would maybe need to read to understand them. But there's lots of decks, kind of like the one that I just showed you, the manifestation deck that have, keywords and key phrases on them already. So this is a really good example. This is one of my favorite decks. This is a Colette Baron Reed deck. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle. So here we've got round and round. Now, it did take me a while to really understand what each of these cards were. So I usually read it as like overthinking or going over things over and over and over. This is about meditation, taking a breath, being present. And so the one thing that I always do before I pick up a deck is I make sure to watch a flip through if possible. Sometimes it's brand new decks on Kickstarter. You can't really watch a flip through, but I like to like watch a flip through so that I can know for sure that it's going to be a deck that's pretty easy to work with. So a leg up. And if you're not quite understanding what they do have on the card, on the deck or on the card, you can always read about it and then start to build associations with what's in the book. And then every time you pull that card, you'll kind of remember those associations that you made. Let me know if that makes sense, Maggie. So regeneration, I like to think of this as like this person's just left a ton behind. Like they just burned everything to the ground and they're starting over for the regeneration card. So yeah, this is a really cute deck and one of them that I feel is super well rounded. The Power of Surrender. I don't think I've seen that one yet, but that's cool. I started with mediumship. Tarot is new to me. I have basic general idea of most of the cards' meanings, but I'm leaning into my intuition. Great job. And having difficulty tying in the card meanings. Yeah. Struggle bus. I let the cards speak to me through the artwork. The key is to create a keyword for each and every card. So in the High Priestess Tarot School, I teach members how to add a keyword to every single card. So we actually create a study deck. And when you create your study deck, let me mute this. When you create your study deck, you're just labeling all of the cards with your keywords. And so I walk you through step by step how to do that. I have this keywords cheat sheet so that you can pick a word from one of these, which is curated by me to be really great open-ended questions. So I have 3 keys to assigning your keywords. Is it accurate to the card's core meaning? Is it flexible enough to be used in all circumstances? And do you have a personal connection with it? And so then you basically pick a keyword, and I actually go through every single one of the cards and its meanings. So you can watch in the videos. We've got major arcana cards. We've got probably 40 minutes worth of those. And then we've got the minor arcana. I go through each and every single card, and I go through a couple of variations of it too, so that you can see it depicted in a few different ways. That's a practice that I really, really love, guys. If you have multiple decks, are you comparing them? Are you looking at the cards, especially the cards that you have difficulty? Are you looking at that one card from multiple decks? Are you reading about them in multiple decks? Are you really thinking about how they're the same and how they're different? So anyway, I go through all of these cards here and I talk about my keyword, why I chose my keyword, some alternate keywords, and then all you have to do from there is go from keywords to interpretation. So you start building your story based off of your keywords and the images as well. I mean, images are definitely a part of intuitive reading, right? The images that we're looking at on our cards will make a reading completely different depending on the different images. So it's a combination of your keyword, it's a combination of your associations with your keywords. In the High Priestess Tarot School, we also go through the Tarot Reflection Journal, which is where you're going to reflect on those keywords to build stories based on the keywords so that you'll be able to better read the cards as well. And so really doing that deep dive and creating that association with each card is really important as well. So that's kind of the backbone of the High Priestess Tarot School when it comes to learning how to read tarot. I love when you use that one. I know it's such a good deck, isn't it? And when I first started my TikTok lives, I actually used that one exclusively for a while. You're so welcome, Maggie. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Tapping it I think being live made it really necessary for me to just do it, and I think that sometimes ripping off the Band-Aid is like going live and doing readings. Do free readings live, whether they're one card pulls or a couple card pulls, and what this does is this forces you to think in the moment, and, you'd be surprised, it just, like, starts to come, it starts to really flow. Hi there, how are you? No worries, there's a replay too, so if you missed anything, you can always go back and watch the replay. I'm pretty sure that that's all the pre-submitted questions. I had a question from somebody via DM that we could talk about real quick. I thought it was a really great question, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I actually it's they're not the first person to ask this question. Um and I actually seem to be getting more and more of this question. So let's go over that if you guys don't have anything else. What they asked exactly is um, which of your Etsy products are in your membership? So I do have some of the membership tools on Etsy, and I don't have them fully marked on Etsy yet, but let me show you. And I'll do a kind of a quick run through of the Etsy store and where you can find all of the products. Okay, so let's get started. So the 2024 astrology guide is available in the High Priestess Tarot School. It is marked on the listing too. So on the Etsy, for any of the listings, and maybe I need to just go in and do a better job at making sure all of these are marked, but you can see here in the listing details, free inside the High Priestess Tarot School. So feel free to look at that, guys, when you're in the Etsy, looking at products, and I'll do my best to go ahead and add them in. So, for example, this Enlightened Seekers Cosmic Collection, it doesn't say it, but it is actually in Magic and Intuition Mastery. So I will make a note to go through that, but I also wanted to show you guys a little bit. Also, just so you know, we have limited time downloads in the portal all the time. So right now, and these will change at the end of April, and we might get more towards the end of April as well, but they'll change May 1st. We've got 11 brand kits right now. These are the watercolor brand kits. We've got the chakra spreads in the portal, and we've got the Tarot Reader Code of Ethics in the portal as well. So those are interchanging. Those won't be marked in Etsy. So you can see that this is in the portal. right here and available in High Priestess Tarot School for a limited time. The 3-month Agile Planner is available in Magic and Intuition Mastery. This is available now, but not usually available. Um, let's see here. The Intuition Journal is available in Magic and Intuition Mastery. We do have a moon calendar in this 2024 astrology guide. It wouldn't be maybe some of these designs, but we do have the 2024 moon calendar here in the astrology guide. Let's see here. The 2024 Tarot Planner is available in the High Priestess Tarot School. There is the tarot keywords is in the High Priestess Tarot School, but just one. It's the white version that looks like this, I think. The tarot journal is available in the High Priestess Tarot School. The beginner's guide is available for anybody on the list, on my email list. The printable tarot flashcards are in the High Priestess Tarot School. Yeah, the tarot keywords are available in the High Priestess Tarot School portal. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to message me. You can always email me at sunny@sunnysync.com. The Self-Worth Transformation Journal is in the Magic and Intuition Mastery. Shadow Work Journal, Magic and Intuition Mastery. Self-Care Discovery Journal, Magic and Intuition Mastery. Okay, so that kind of sums it up. I will go ahead and mark everything in Magic and Intuition Mastery over the next couple of days, since I have been getting so many questions. But if you ever have any questions, feel free to let me know. It's always ever expanding as well. Vanessa, I learned medium first, so I've struggled combining them as well. It gets easier. For me, I allow my intuition to guide me. Yep. Questions and keywords are the helpers. Yeah, absolutely. Also, keeping the question simple helps, so I don't have to think to make it all fit. Yeah, exactly. I think part of doing really powerful readings is asking those really poignant questions and being able to answer them with the cards, which is why I stress in the Tarot Practice Academy and why I stress to use these, like, simple spreads that are very much personal and spiritual growth related, and that's because it helps us to not only formulate those, questions when we're using our cards, but it also helps us to relate the cards to the questions, which I think is really powerful as well. You're welcome. Any other questions, guys? You're so welcome. You're welcome. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anybody's questions. Okay, perfect. We're about to wrap up. Any other questions before we do, guys? I think I got everybody's. Do you provide discounts or discount codes on Calendly? No, I use my website instead of Calendly, and I have created a discount code, and I have used them before, um, on my website. So, if you're planning on running a discount, it's a great way instead of having to change the prices and stuff. Um, it's a really great way too to, like, narrow it down to certain people who get that discount. So, for example, I'm gonna send it out to my list, and only people on my email list get to have this discount, something like that. So I think that they're a really valuable, tool. I haven't used them on Calendly, but I have used them on my website. Alrighty, guys, if that's it, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here. Thanks so much for joining me. You guys are amazing, and I will see you guys next week.